New Dark Racial. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Are you an incel virgin loser? Well, I have a new show that's just for you that's coming out soon that'll probably help you with your miserable life.
Kim Kardashian now is owned by Spotify, and we don't think that her last name should have two names, and this is a consensus and not a one-sided argument.
That's a lie. Okay, we'll be right back with the best episode ever. You're listening to it. It's that Monday Epi. Let's dive in.
New Dark Racial.
It's
a little
new.
lower than you were.
Yeah.
New Dark Racial.
Everybody don't need a podcast, man.
Christ.
Can you tell that the drum machine works?
Jesus Christ. I can because
Can
your
you tell?
voice it sounds like shit. That's what I
Fuck,
can
really?
say. Yeah, it sounds like ass.
Try.
Oh, fuck. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. You know, it's that good, dark, race,
Well, now.
hume. Say some words.
What about now? It's me saying things. Me saying things.
It's about 80% better.
80% better.
Yeah, it's not 100.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, hey, guys, what's up, everyone? It said new, dark, race, hume, free-flowing, in-depth conversation about whatever is appropriate at the time. I'm your friend.
Fucking working. Fucking
Yes.
okay audio.
Sure, sounds fine.
What about now?
Yeah.
Perfect, right?
No, it's not perfect. It sounds like fucking shit, but it'll do, I guess. You know,
Actually, though?
yeah, it's a little crackly, but it's fine.
What,
No.
dude?
Yeah. What is it? Was your machine thing off?
Yep. Everything's off.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is the way it's been sounding.
Well, then that's fine.
Yeah.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like you're talking and then there's a little bit of robotics, but it's not as bad as it were if you were using the soundboard.
What about now?
It's kind of hard to tell with only 2 words.
Dark Racial Humor, episode 5672. Caller John David Ricker, here to tell you like it is, dude.
Yeah, that'll do. And I'm Banja, and I'm your friend, your boy, the guy.
Most
That's me.
profitable podcast. The only reason it's done is to make capital and enslave other laborers.
Yes.
Interns now available. darkracialhumor@gmail.com.
Yes. If you want the most rewarding internship gig ever, and when I say rewarding, I mean fucking rewarding, learning multiple skills in one job, video editing, audio editing, YouTube uploading, analytics, database processing, reading shit. This is the job for you. Hop on in because I don't want to do this.
That
You
song
should
was Tolis. Remember Tolis?
Remember, told us, yeah. If you're on YouTube, you didn't hear that because I cut it out.
Oh,
But
well, that's why you got to listen to the podcast on every available streaming service like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and the other ones.
multiple times a day, 40 times a
Deezer.
day.
YouTube.
Spotify. I really want to buy some Spotify stock.
Yeah, I sold mine to buy some other stuff, but you know, fucking Kim Kardashian West just got an exclusive deal, and
That's what I'm
I
saying.
have renewed my previous faith in Spotify doing Spotify things.
That's right. Me too. That was a great move by Spotify, bringing Kim Kardashian West on. Who's next? We don't know, but it's gonna be someone important because they
like
got the
how
money.
People say West at the end of her name, dude.
Well, she is Kanye West's husband.
Yeah, what do I say? Fucking how many names do you need?
That's just one name. It's Kim Kardashian West.
That's 2 names.
Or you can just call no, it's not. It's one fucking name.
Kardashian West? We're
Call her
just
John David Ricker is a million names, bro.
What is this?
And you're
What
not
is this?
even married.
Compound. I'm married to the game, dude. The game is hard and just vicious,
Is that
vengeful,
really it?
and
Jeez, I really gotta get off River Smith's Twitter. Fuck. Just distracted. Just distracted me from the game.
How's
It's
the South
distracting me from the
LA?
game. It's chill, dude. Had a phenomenal Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers out there.
Thank you.
Everyone
for that.
that's sticking around.
Yeah. How are your
Like
kids
me,
doing?
I'm sticking around, unfortunately, because I ain't shit dad.
How your kids doing, dude?
I don't know. I haven't talked to them in a while.
You just said you're an ain't shit dad.
When I say I'm in their
Sounds like
lives,
a
I mean I
whole-
try to be in their lives. Their mom won't let me talk to them very much.
Sounds like a void of shit. Ain't
Sh-
shit. You want to be a shit dad.
I'm an am shit dad with an ain't shit baby mama. Shout out to that firework out there that just blew my
Man,
fucking heart out of my chest. Jesus Christ.
Seen what I previously brought up before was that fireworks are planted in the areas of low income and non-white people
Planted by who?
by
The people
the
buying
fucking
them?
man, dude. Or they're just on sale.
I think they're just buying them from that guy that sells them next to the gas station down the street.
What kind of got any razzle dazzles?
I don't know. I haven't really perused his collection, but I kind of want to
Ever
go
watch
take a
Joe
little
Dirt?
peek. You know, someone asked me if I watched Joe Dirt. Shout out Claudia, and I lied and I said yes. But
There's a fireworks scene.
really, is that a good film? Should I
You
watch
can
it?
definitely go on with your life without seeing it.
Oh,
Definitely.
how was
You
your
don't need
day?
it. It doesn't need you. Man, I had just one of the most extravagant days I've ever had in my life. First of all,
Yeah.
woke up at 9 a.m., went for a jog, tripped, and found myself falling down a well. Dude, this well, I mean, it wasn't one of them short wells. It's a long down the earth well. A lot of water in there, a lot of darkness, and not a lot of hope for escaping. The next thing I know, a young blonde dog by the name, I don't know, maybe someone knows her name, starts yip yapping away, and it's like, yo, there's a dog yelling at me. What's this dog doing? Next thing I know, I'm being rescued by 7 women with just big breasts and big bottoms, and they're petting this dog. I'm petting the dog. I'm going back to the fucking mansion, dude. Next thing you know, I'm podding.
That sounds like quite the day.
Yeah.
Sounds like quite the day, if I'm being honest with you.
Are you usually not honest with me, dude?
Never.
Oh, well,
I
in that
never.
case, yeah.
I never tell the truth to you. You don't know anything about me. I don't trust anyone.
Well, shit, man. It's not Friday, but let me just say a foreshadowing to Friday's podcast.
Yes.
First of all, one of the top 3 categories of podcasts, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Friday being top 3. There's some gonna be some juicy DRH DMs, dude, which are not just limited to Instagram, but can also be viewed on YouTube. Dark Racial Humor Podcast.
I hope they're juicy because the last DMs have been weak as fuck.
Yeah, people just writing letters and shit. No one likes that. We
No one
want
like that
short-
shit. I need that fucking meat.
Short comments that mean a lot and don't have a lot of words.
Yeah, like this great one we got on
Friday.
YouTube saying this guy on the left is hard to listen to.
You just ruined the whole 3rd trimester of Friday.
Was that what it was? I just wanted to give him a little taste. There'll be more hatred to come. Don't you
There
worry.
was a lot. It was great.
Don't you worry.
Let's fucking get into it, dude. What you got? What's been on your mind? What you been thinking about? What you been reading? What you been thinking? What you been seeing?
Oh damn, let me dig into my notes app.
What's been on your mind? What kind of theories? What kind of ideologies are you perusing in your mind?
Let's see here. Aunt Jemima and
Yeah.
Uncle Ben are
Shout out the Rice and
retiring.
Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben, the brand has given me a lot of feed, and I thank the people who make microwavable rice for that.
the queen of syrup, the queen of pancakes, and the king of rice are bowing out because they are
When's the last
based
time you
on
had fucking
racial stereotypes.
that syrup?
That's the only syrup I buy.
Really? I don't really
I was
buy
conditioned to buying Aunt Jemima syrup, even though it's 29 cents more than Kroger syrup.
syrup.
It's that brand loyalty, man.
Why so, dude? Why so? Why do we do the things we do?
Because Aunt Jemima is a fucking person, and I don't want to disappoint her. But I guess
Mm.
not. She's not a real person. All right, what's up, everybody? Okay, so NBC News. This is from NBC News. The Aunt Jemima brand of syrup and pancake mix will get a new name and image. Quaker Oats announced on Wednesday. Weird how Quaker Oats owns Aunt Jemima, huh?
Mm.
Huh.
Looks like a white dude with a
Huh.
powdered wig, dude.
That's right. What's
How
going
come
on
he's not
here?
being taken off?
Yeah, dude.
I
what
want
the
my
fuck?
brand to have an oat on it. Make the grain legal again.
That fucking Quaker. Okay, all right. The 130-year-old brand features a black woman named Aunt Jemima, who was originally dressed as a minstrel character. The picture has changed over time, and in recent years, Quaker removed the mammy kerchief
Jesus.
from the character to blunt growing criticism that the
Mammy
brand
kerchief.
perpetuated a racist stereotype that dated to the days of slavery. Quaker, a subsidiary of PepsiCo, said removing the image and
Mm.
name is part of an effort by the company to make progress toward racial equality. We recognize Aunt Jemima's origins are based on a racial stereotype. No shit. Kristen Kropfel, vice president and chief marketing officer of Quaker Foods in North America, said in a news release. As we work to make progress toward racial equality through several initiatives, we must also take a hard look at our portfolio of brands and ensure they reflect our values and meet our customers' expectations.
Damn, dude.
Yes.
How did the syrup community take it? Because I'm on the syrup boards.
I'm sure
Few of
there's a community of people, a small community online that needs to have their black woman on their syrup and on their pancake mix. But
Yeah.
the world will go on. The
Just
syrup will
pancake
still
mix?
be delicious. Yes, you can buy Aunt Jemima pancake mix, which is also the only pancake mix I buy because
Why did we do the things we do?
I don't know. But there's a fucking TikTok that just showed up
On where?
here. It's called How to Make a Non-Racist Breakfast. I wonder, how do I share this audio? Can I?
Yeah, you can
I
share
press
the audio.
I just press
And
share
what do you-
screen.
Yeah, advanced.
Share
and then
screen.
then
Continue.
the music or computer audio in the advanced tab.
Oh shit! Advanced tab, music or computer audio. Okay.
Shout out
everybody.
our informants. at
Shout out
Zoom.
Zoom. They're really killing it right now. Shout out FBI. All right, this is never watched this
FBI.
before, but here we go.
Let me fix you some breakfast. Aunt Jemima? Did you know the name Aunt Jemima means slave mammy of the plantation south? Did you know the founder, Chris Rutt, a white man, got the name after attending a minstrel show? Think blackface. Did you also know he hired former slave Nancy Green to be his very own Aunt Jemima, where she went around cooking pancakes and telling people stories of the good old South? And afterwards, they could take home a box of Aunt Jemima and that feeling of having their very own mammy. Not today. Black Lives Matter, people. Even over breakfast.
And the image is this young woman pouring the Aunt Jemima pancake mix into the sink.
I didn't get
That
the
is
sink
how you
part.
have an.
I get it's visually affirmative of the message, but like, how's it all gonna wash down the sink?
I don't know, but she's gonna have a good time scrubbing that pancake mix out of the drain.
Just doesn't make sense,
Hopefully, she has some. I personally would have put it in the trash can
Trash can.
because you're kind of just hurting yourself, just like fucking up your own plumbing. But the message is there.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to follow her on TikTok.
TikTok. You want
Yes.
TikTok, dude?
I don't know.
Is there a web TikTok?
Probably. The Chinese gonna track you how the Chinese gotta track you.
Nice, dude.
So yeah, Aunt Jemima cakes are out. It's all about Mrs. Butterworth, bitch. I only eat white cakes.
It's still just people.
But Mrs. Butterworth is white, right?
I don't
So
really
it's-
know
It's
a lot of the
that,
pancake culture.
oh, please tell me Miss Butterworth is white.
Let's see.
I
Mrs.
can't-
Butterworth.
Can't be eating no racist cakes.
Um
I mean, she looks like syrup, but
I mean, they're really masking the color of her skin by making it see-through bottle.
they're really just hiding behind everything. You know how the Redskins are hiding behind just great baseball?
Not baseball.
Football.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, dude. How are they still the Redskins?
Because, man, I think that is a root. If you can find the answer to that, you find the answer to a lot of the root things of this American life.
There's somebody at the top who's like, nope, we're not changing the name.
They're just like, you know how many things we have to change? That's gonna hurt our what? That's right,
Our
dollar.
pockets. Is it
That's
worth
the only
losing
thing.
tickets in the long run?
Not to people who
These
value
decisions
money
matter.
over, people and stuff.
These decisions matter. Okay, here's a theory. The majority of companies supporting Black Lives Matter aren't doing it because they think Black Lives Matter. They're doing it because they're protecting their pockets in the long run. They'll lose more customers if they don't say anything.
Yeah, that's kind of how companies work.
You think I think Amazon gives a shit about Black Lives Matter? Hell no.
They care about money, and that's the only thing they care about.
It's the only thing they care about. It's
They didn't, pocket up the dough for some righteous causes. Maybe, yeah.
Do I blame them? No.
Blame them for what?
Protecting their pockets. Like that's what a company does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a point of a company is to maintain.
The point of a
capital.
company is to make money, right? Or else it's what? Not a company.
That's the system.
Or else it's just JC Penney at that point. Shout out JC Penney, a sponsor of Dark Racial Humor, the podcast.
Apparently, Mrs. Buttersworth might also be racist.
Really?
Possibly.
Damn.
But I haven't bought syrup in a minute.
Guess
Not
I'm gonna
really a
eat some
big-
dry cakes.
Not really pancake syrup guy.
Bro, you should
Uh,
buy some Uncle Ben's and Aunt Jemima because that shit's gonna be worth money when they stop making that shit.
It's
You think? You think?
having some vintage racist stuff, dude.
Yeah, dude. You know how
Nice.
much how much whips are selling for now?
I do support the rights of Uncle Ben's.
I do like that joke, that Spider-Man joke,
What?
where Jonah J. Jameson is like, "Hey,
Ooh.
never mind. You gotta be a
fuck?
Spider-Man fan."
Okay.
Peter Parker's boss, Jonah J. Jameson, is like, "Hey,
His name is Jonah J. Jameson.
yes." He's like, "Give me
Triple
pictures of
J?
Spider-Man."
Yeah, and he-
You got to
picture
read the
of Uncle
comics to
Ben.
get it. He's like, "Hey, what's my favorite rice?" And Peter Parker's like, "What?" And he's like, "Uncle Ben's," and he laughs, and Peter Parker's crying because his uncle
Is that in the
dead.
actual comic?
No, it's not.
It's just a meme
It's
circulating
just-
around
it's
the
just a-
Spider-Man
it's just a
forum.
meme, yeah. Spider-Man, the greatest superhero that ever lived. So fuck off if you don't
Really?
like Spider-Man. Yes.
I like me some Doctor Strange.
Okay, Doctor Strange is cool, but so unrelatable. Like, how am I supposed to relate to a fucking surgeon? Peter
Yeah.
Parker is that everyday boy, that everyday teenage boy just struggling. Just
now you're
poor,
an old mid-20 man.
broke. Girls don't fucking like him. Like, oh, I'm so. And you know what's even better? Even when he gets his powers, he's still a fucking nerd. He doesn't even change.
Yeah.
Doctor
guess
Strange is
so.
like, oh, I'm too good to be a doctor. I'm Doctor Strange.
But he's a surgeon, goes get some fucking mystic powers, dude. Very time related.
Doctor Strange is like, oh, I'm gonna drive my fucking expensive car because I'm a surgeon. Oops, I'm gonna fucking crash. Oh no, I can't fucking do things anymore.
Did you ever
Let me
read
get
a Doctor Strange graphic novel?
Bro, I've read more Marvel than anyone you know, guaranteed.
Have you read Doctor
except
Strange?
except for I didn't read the Doctor Strange origin story, but I've read Doctor Strange.
How is it?
It's really wordy. I don't know.
Wordy, huh?
It's
I like time motifs. I like time and mysticism.
all Stan Lee comics are kind of really similar
Hmm.
in writing style, honestly. But all the characters are really different, which is interesting.
I
Shout out
started
Stan Lee.
watching-
Hopefully he didn't get Me Too. We got a lot of Me Too news to
He's
talk
dead,
about.
bro. He's dead.
And that doesn't mean anything, That won't stop anyone.
He still could have, raped people. Wasn't he
Right.
cool though? Didn't he not like racist stuff?
Yeah, he was very anti-racism, but I think he didn't get Me Too.
He
I
did.
think someone did say someone said something about him, but everybody forgot about it.
I would probably assume that an old man in a position of power might have rubbed some women the wrong way, or little boys, or men. When's the gay Me Too coming? Where's
It already
the?
happened, bro. Kevin Spacey.
But like, weren't those like kids or were those just dudes?
It was both.
Okay, well, I guess
right, well-
my hunger is satisfied.
We'll talk about
Um,
more Me Too after the break.
Has it been 20, dude?
It's been 20, dude. We're just
Holy
Going through it,
shit,
dude.
dude! What an A+ pod.
that's what I'm talking about, bro. Now we're potting. All right,
I need that still. Fuck.
we'll be right back.
But apparently can't use my fucking shit.
Maui, Zowie, Bowie.
That was quite the song. That was a young man named The Weeknd coming
just
out of
that
Toronto. I like that song. You know?
Shout out Abel for just keeping it real with your boys. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Just dropping that good music.
Welcome back
No,
to
what?
Keeping It Real with Abel Testify.
Listen to our new podcast, Keeping It Real with your boys. With your boys Bonjan and Caller John David Ricker.
Dark Racial Humor episode 952. What number is this? 150 something?
158.
Almost
Yeah,
to
I'll admit
200,
I've
dude?
changed after I got this pod money. I'll admit I
You
walk
know,
a little different.
Spider-Man had a lot to be different about. You know, he had a lot of powers, he had a lot of responsibility, and he didn't change who he was. You know, he's still just a little virgin boy.
How can I help it when I go in Wells Fargo? The teller's looking cute and she's looking at my bank account with all that pod money in there.
Yeah.
How can I stay humble is my
Just
question to
that
you.
sweet stench of power and sustainability via the currency of America.
Is it wrong to ask her on a date when she sees my checking account has $15 billion in there?
Damn, dude. Did
Even
you
though
do
she has a
something?
wedding ring on and I know she's gonna say yes.
I recently started watching Watchmen. You heard of it?
Watchmen, yes, of Watchmen fame.
Watchmen of Watchmen fame, which is a graphic novel, is it not? That is not under Marvel or the other one.
Really? I thought it was under DC.
It probably is actually. But there's a new series on HBO, and you know they have classic minute-long sex scenes that are just probably not.
Super
see 'em.
long.
I don't need them. I don't need to see it. Doesn't help the story.
Don't remember them in the comics, but let's just throw it in there because HBO. Because why not? Why not watch two mutants fuck?
Are you familiar with Watchmen?
Yes.
What's it about?
Not very much, but yeah.
What's it about?
Isn't it about mutants that are like outliers or some shit, and they make a team?
I don't know.
Am I wrong?
Not in this new one. That's HBO. I don't know if they've changed it to be a more realistic thing.
More realistic
What?
than
Oh
superheroes?
wait, no, actually, I did hear that Dr. Manhattan does come down, so maybe I just haven't seen it yet. But it's pretty cool. It's like fucking like it started off and it showed the fucking like the Tulsa bombing, and then it went to like the future, and apparently it's a future and like fucking scientific and stuff. But like cops are like fighting some like clan shit that is like the Rorschach dude. You know Rorschach?
Yeah.
But I've only seen one episode because that one was free on cable, and I'm gonna have to dig deep into that internet, find some good old internet TV. You look like you're looking off to your right. Are you about to get murdered?
There's some firework action going on out there. I'm just
Okay,
trying to make sure there's
Just
some
fireworks.
beautiful. Like I wish you could just be here to just look at this view out my
Yeah.
window.
Is it a nice
We got the Los Angeles northwest view here. It's just a nice
building?
dusk. Yesterday was the longest day of the year, by the way. So today's the second longest day of the year. So it's almost
Yes.
9 o'clock and I'm still getting a little sunlight. It's pretty fucking gorgeous.
Pretty dark here.
Yeah,
Here
I'm
in
not
San
gonna.
Diego, dude.
Life is
I-
good. I'm sitting here. I'm just drinking. It's chill. It's fine. It's fine.
I recommend some Watchmen action, dude. It's pretty cool. From what I've seen.
Do I look like I have
Like
every
it?
streaming service available? Because I do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you got the internet. You got
Netflix,
HBO,
Hulu,
dude.
Plex. Yeah, I got HBO
You got
on
HBO?
On Hulu. Yeah, for some reason.
I would, from what I've seen on the first episode, give it a rousing rating of a solid 8.
Really?
Any conjecture on that rating?
What made you want to watch Watchmen?
People were talking about it on the Twitters for a minute. I saw a trailer of it months ago that seemed somewhat intriguing. And it was also free on the TV, so I wanted to watch it.
The TV?
Yeah, television, dude.
Damn, that's what I need, a TV. Psych.
Hey
Hey guys, if you're out there still buying cable, you're wasting your fucking money. You stupid
Google
idiot.
News. What do you want to get into?
I want to get into it all. The more we talk about, the more clips we get, the more
What do
money
you
we
want?
get.
What does Google want you to know about according to headlines?
Google doesn't want me to focus on Flint still not having clean water. That's for sure.
Or,
Or is that just
wage
news I
disparity
actively
between
avoid?
super rich, super not super rich.
Read me
some
rich people tweets,
Bolton
not poor people tweets.
Some fucking Trump TikTok shit.
Trump's on TikTok.
No.
Just
TikTok
imagine
kids,
Trump making TikToks. That'd be so fucking weird.
he would probably, fit very well on TikTok.
Doing little dances.
He's little man.
TikTok is fucking
Apparently kids on TikTok bought a bunch of tickets to his rally he had in Tulsa. And it
yeah.
wasn't very packed out. I don't really give a fuck.
So they just gave money to the Trump administration. Okay, sounds good.
First of all, where are TikTok kids getting money from?
They're giving their parents money to the Trump administration, and their parents were already giving their money to the Trump administration. So it doesn't matter.
It was not super full, and people are like, "Hey, it's not super full," and then petty, stupid politics that aren't into the actual meat of society living is talked about, and it's like, "Oh, there's not a lot of people," and people are like, "Oh, suck it, bitch," and other people are like, "Oh, yeah, suck it, bitch." How many people do you think would be disinterested in politics if there wasn't a two-party system?
Disinterested?
Yeah. Do you think the majority of Americans would be more interested in politics if there was more than two parties widely available and pushed to the forefront?
I think they'd be
Or-
less interested because it'd be too much to think about.
Yeah, that's
A lot of
that's
people are either
one of my main problems.
one side is good, one side is bad.
Yeah,
And I think that's why two are even available in the first, are even so widely talked about in the first place. Like if it's not Republican or Democrat, it would be Republican and something else or Democrat and something else or two other things. I don't think it would be three things
well, why not?
because like there's just too much. There's just too many things that like too many stances to like be on to just condense them into one party. Like, okay, this party believes most of what I think that so, it's easy. Instead of going through like fucking Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, fucking, a bunch of other shit. It's just like, oh, it's either this one or this one.
I think people do think less about stuff because of it, though. People look at it like fucking sports.
But like most of the parties, besides like the super radical ones, are pretty much the same. Besides like minor differences. Like Democrat and Democrat and Republican are pretty similar. Besides like some things. But you're probably not going to see a Republican and a Libertarian arguing against each other because they're pretty much the same.
So you don't think it would benefit if there was more parties pushed?
I think it
You
would
don't think
always
more ideas come out, more non-watered down thinking of American society.
I think it would always come down to two. Because no matter what you do, the majority of Americans just don't care.
Yeah. Do you think that's because there's been two parties pushed? Is there a chicken and the egg here?
No, I think it's because like I think it's just because most of them just don't care. I don't know. It's just a lot of information. They should care about their local politics. First of all, like the local politics should have the more choice out of anything. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, same question with that shit though.
that should
I think
that,
two parties waters down people thinking about stuff.
but it's also like the majority of people running are running for what people are gonna probably vote for. You
Chicken
know?
or the egg.
A libertarian is gonna be like, I'm not gonna run as a libertarian. I'm gonna run as Republican.
Chicken or the
Fucking
egg.
someone that's communist is like, I'm not gonna run as a communist. I'm gonna run as a democratic socialist.
Mhm.
You know, it's just the way it is, I guess.
Apparently,
And nobody vote for anything. We should just have one king of America. It should be me. Problem solved.
I don't know, dude.
Bam. Problem solved.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave everything the way it is, as it is right now, and then as problems arise, I'll address it. I'm not gonna change anything. I'm not gonna stress myself. As problems arise, talk to my assistant. She'll get a hold of me. We'll talk about it. But for now, everybody have a good night. We'll circle
That's
back
it,
around to
dude?
this on Monday.
Well, to what?
To-
The
to-
problems?
You think? Yeah. What am I gonna do? It's Sunday night at 9:00.
What
You want
can't
to
you
fucking
do,
change
dude?
some laws, dude? Yeah, like everybody, nobody's screaming in my ear right now. Like, what's the deal?
Don Dig Diggity, dude. I'm running for local office of sanitation.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you gonna change?
I think the sanitation people should get more money.
They already get a lot of money. They
Think
already
they
get
should
more
get
money than you
more.
think. You know how much a fucking sanitation worker gets in LA?
How much?
They get at least $22 an hour.
Okay. Why not more?
I don't
As
know.
sanitation officer, I will fight for people who fight for poop. Poop fighter.
I don't know. That's a lot of money.
Well, you don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it. That's why they're getting $22 an hour, and I'm not.
We got Jesus, some fucking Corona stuff. A lot of big numbies on that. Numbies meaning numbers.
Numbers going up. Corona rising up. I knew we would fucking take over. They didn't.
Authorities in the
They didn't
UK.
believe me, but I told them like, "Yo, we're about to fucking take over this shit."
The Corones.
Yeah,
Corona is the actual master race.
that's what I'm saying. Like, people
I
just need
think
to
that
fucking-
people should obey bacteria more, have more bacteria in their minds, what it can do for them, what bacteria can do for itself. Maybe a little bacteria campaign fund. I'm on the forefront of progressive bacterial ideologies, and nobody can tell me I'm wrong. I was watching Chappelle get his award in like November of 2019, I believe. Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
No.
He had like I forget what it was. I think it was like a Kennedy labeled award. He had like a bunch of people in a room in suits, and he was talking. There was music and comedians. Don't recall. He was smoking indoors.
Oh my God, Chappelle.
But he was talking about how comedy is a very American genre, and that there was probably every opinion in people's mind represented in a comedy club. And he was like,
American. What does that mean?
well, because that there's a lot of backgrounds and people with different thoughts in America that
Yeah.
creates for a more diverse, for lack of a non-used word, a lot
That
in
makes
comedy.
sense.
And he was like, comedians watch a bunch of audiences fight over stuff, and meanwhile comedians kind of talk about it. And he was talking he had a bit about like a racist comedian doing some kind of like racial bit, and he's like, yeah, people laugh and shit, and then he's like, oh, that motherfucker means that shit. But then he goes up and talks. I find that interesting coming from Chappelle.
Damn, Chappelle.
Comedians, a little talk genre, dude.
Yes.
I like it. I also brought that up because people are mad at Joe Rogan for talking about stuff as well right now.
Why? Yeah. Why is everyone's getting canceled. I saw Joe Rogan is canceled, so can't watch him
He,
anymore. I don't know why, but he's canceled. What can
It
I
was
do?
I was only a clip. I didn't watch the whole episode or who he was talking to, but he was talking about how he thought a lot of the people who are doing protests didn't really have like a. He said they were fighting like an invisible enemy instead of something substantial, perhaps.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
he
people
also got
didn't like
flagged
that.
for saying that he would vote for Trump over Biden.
He did say that.
Yeah. People are like, Joe Rogan's canceled. Just like, guys, you know, he's just a man with a pod. All you have to do is not listen. Yeah.
Do you think what are you with or against the bit of people protesting and potentially not having like a substantial thing to fight against?
I will say I do think a lot of it is like people are just out there for show. You know? But there's definitely something you're like fighting against. You know? I guess.
Salute.
Fuck. Damn.
Jesus, that was a lot.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's more than
mean,
you
there's
three.
Definitely something you're fighting against, like police brutality, you know?
Mhm.
But I do think a lot of it's for show. I do think a lot of it is for people to feel good about themselves. I do get that feeling.
Mhm.
Because and it's easy to tell because you know there's people that post a lot about racial injustice on social media, and there's people that just started,
Mhm.
right? And you can kind of sense who's doing it because of social pressure.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, you know, I'd rather you not post anything at all. You know, if you're gonna be this much of a sheep, right? Like
You
if
don't
you,
think that's possibly a point of it all
what do you mean?
for people who are disinterested in it before to get interested in it?
Well, it's like how
Isn't that
interested.
the point of addressing protests, which is making people address things,
Well,
and
it's
then
like if
commit
someone,
actions after that?
it's like if someone told me about something I don't care about, like golf,
Mhm.
and then I came to you and I was like, hey, dude, you got to post about golf. It's the most important thing ever. And you know I don't care about golf, right?
I think that's kind of not a great analogy because it's societal issues and not just sports.
No, that's exactly my point. Some people don't care about the societal issues until other people are posting about it or until people are telling you to post about it. You know,
Yeah,
it just feels kind of empty.
is part of what people are talking about is that other people are disinterested in it when they should be interested in it.
But it's like if someone's telling me about something that they don't care about and then I come back to them because I need information from them. I need them to educate me on something. Like, hey, educate me about the Black Lives Matter movement. I want to know more. And you don't know anything about it. That seems like
Mhm.
more hurtful than helpful.
Yeah,
You're just like, oh, I
yeah,
don't know. Someone told me to post about it. I don't know what Juneteenth is about.
yeah,
I've never heard about it till today.
yeah. Wasn't that part of the of people opening their awareness to things and doing things after, if they are doing things after?
I think you should post about it if someone tells you about it, you're genuinely interested, you educate yourself, and you're like, okay, I'm at a place where I know enough where I can comfortably share this information without like doing more harm to the cause. Then you know what I'm saying?
Education,
Yeah, education.
sure.
But I feel like there is people that are like, okay, I did my due diligence. I feel good. I feel good about myself. We're good.
Enough
Never
enough
got to post.
activism for the meme. The
Yeah,
meme that says enough activism for today.
I donated my $1. I shared my screenshot. I'm chilling. No one's gonna think I'm racist.
Hmm.
I'm good. You know, it seems like there's a lot of that. A lot of it is not that, for
Yeah.
sure. But
Percentages.
yeah, but I feel like there's a little bit of that, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Okay, that's been 20 minutes.
Wow, A+ potting, dude.
Fucking killing it, dude. Now we're fucking potting. Joe would be proud. Both
Still
Joes
need
would be
that.
proud. All right, we'll be right back with more dark racial humor. Yeah. Yeah.
You saw that? Nice.
I didn't see it. I don't know what's going on. Are you
The
ready to
joke
catch
was-
COVID? Are you ready to?
COVID second wave gonna come back like allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Cove.
Oh yeah. Apparently, a dog can
Come
smell
on.
COVID in your blood, so
And what do?
they just sniff you,
And then what? Warn
and
me?
then they fucking I don't know. They bark or they sit down, and they're like, "Oh, this guy has COVID."
Like a drug dog, dude?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like at airports, and they'll be like, "Yo, you got COVID? You can't get on this plane, dude."
I would love to hear about the science of that.
I have a theory that, yeah, because dogs can also sniff out cancer in your blood too. Apparently,
Really?
crazy, huh? I have a theory that the second wave of COVID is going to come strong, but it's not going to be as bad as we think because we're kind of more prepared.
A little bit.
Everyone's more like, hey, don't want to be close to this guy. Don't really want to go into an elevator with 18 people. Probably going to wear a mask. Probably not going to do things I used to do.
A little washy of hands.
A little more washy of hands, you know.
Over under. Ooh, 2 years for people to kind of forget and not like do social distancing
Kind of
and
forget.
people. Yeah, over under 2 years.
I say under.
Under, I was gonna do over under 1.5 years.
Do you
but-
think, okay, next summer, this time, do you think it's going to
Well-
be more like it is now or more like it was?
Probably was, dude. Probably was.
Yeah, because we're 3 months in and already things are starting to
What's
loosen
good
up.
with like like the science of healing everything? bad on that front or what? Good
Signs
on
of
that front?
healing? What do you mean?
Healing COVID stuff. We know anything about it? We got fucking
Dude, new
I guess,
shit.
vaccines and
New
shit.
shit comes out every day that contradicts the stuff that came out before.
Yeah,
all
that's
I
kinda how
know for
science
certain-
works.
All I know for certain is if you're young, you're not gonna die. Probably.
I mean,
It's like less than zero. It's like less than
Percentages.
1%. If you're under, like I think it was 40, it's less than 1%, and that's like pretty much been consistent across the board for months.
cool. Dude.
And I think like the more people are like, oh, the more people realize that, the more people are like, oh, I can get it. I just gotta stay away from my grandparents, you know?
Possibly
Yeah.
a
Like-
flu thing.
I was at a
Still against
kickback
fucking-
last night at Sean Lee's house. Shout out Sean Lee. He has a really small apartment,
Mhm.
and they
Just
were
makes
like,
everybody seem closer to each other,
there were like
physically and distantly.
12 people there last night in this little
Nice.
apartment with no ventilation, drinking, smoking, sharing a blunt.
Yeah.
It was really not a space you would want to be in.
hmm
And once I
Yeah.
realized where I was, I left. But it was like, will I be thinking this way in a year? No, I will not care.
Yeah.
Unless like it gets so bad that like I fucking get it and I'm just like, oh God, I should have listened. Oh. But you know,
Possible.
anything could happen.
Anything could happen, dude.
Anything can happen, dude.
This is the world of 2029.
I thought I'd be married with a kid by now, like back in February, but look at that. I'm not. She left
Really?
me and took the kid. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, you still got like 6 kids.
I got 6 kids. I got one for
Um,
every day of the week and room for a day off. Bitch.
There's
Bitch, shout
no
out.
cool news, dude.
Shout out everyone that's supporting the pod. We got a lot of content for you coming up.
YouTube, Dark Racial Humor. This is the 3rd trimester, everybody's favorite trimester. A trimester that used to hold a spot for sports, used to hold a spot for the Atlanta Dream, used to hold a spot for me touching my drum pad. But my drum machine apparently isn't machinable for whatever reason.
I have some sports news.
I think it's Zoom. I blame Zoom.
Apparently, I was listening to this podcast. Apparently, so sports are back, but with pre-record. There's like two options of watching them. One with pre-recorded crowd sounds and one without them.
Wrestling did that kind of.
Is it weird to
I-
watch it with the crowd sounds?
The crowd sounds help. Before they were doing shows with like people behind a plexiglass wall in a small arena in like a small space,
When
and
COVID went through the class and killed everyone.
the crowd sounds definitely help.
I don't know if I would like that. I'd be like, what the fuck? You'd be like,
You
what
get
am I
used to
watching?
it.
iCarly or what is
After
this?
like 4, maybe the giant stands of empty people would throw it off a tiny bit, but I mean, if you watch sports on a TV, either way, it's kind of negligible how you
Someone's
get your
literally-
crowd atmosphere.
Someone literally has a job of just pressing a button with crowd sounds,
Yeah,
and they get
that's
paid
my
more than
fucking,
you or
know,
me.
I bet their drum machine works.
I bet they are grateful for their career.
I blame Zoom for all my problems and the CIA.
Okay, but think about how much Zoom has given us.
You know
Recorded
what,
audio,
Zoom-
recorded video.
But at what stake, man? At the cost of a lovely drum machine? Come on, man. Where do we draw the line?
Maybe it's just your computer. Maybe it's not Zoom at all.
You know, could be a bunch of things, but who am I to think about rational decisions?
I mean, when you told me your
About
computer,
several
your
different-
internet speed is 4 megabytes up, I was like, how do you even stream anything in the first place? How is that even possible?
Sometimes it goes down.
How do you even load an image?
Just
On
it
your
pops
computer.
up, dude. I was
Like-
also in the back. I'm
So,
now right next to a router. Just
like,
getting
love
all of
yourself,
those-
man.
Okay, another question I had in the previous hours of today. Did electricity always exist? Did Wi-Fi always exist? Was it there? More so electricity, because I feel like Wi-Fi is a little bit of an invention.
Electricity, yes. Electricity, yes. Wi-Fi, no.
Wi-Fi, no. Interesting things.
Thunder, I mean, lightning has been around for I don't fucking know
The
since
Earth
Apple
definitely
invented it in
has
1992.
negative and positive things. That's what lightning actually is. I learned
Electricity.
it in science class, according to books and other people giving me information.
Just
That
electrons.
lightning is like rebalancing the charge of the earth.
It's actually when God gets angry and he's like, "Fuck these humans." And
Could
he
be
just
that too.
thunderbolts us, and we're like, "Ha, fuck you! We're gonna harness this shit and power our podcast, bitch." And he's like, "Fuck."
Wi-Fi didn't exist, huh? It had cables, and then what? Satellites.
Wi-Fi
Huh?
is like you think about it. Wi-Fi is because in order to have Wi-Fi, you still need hella cables. You still need hella hardware, right?
Yes.
It's literally just a box that emits radio
some
waves of very,
fireworks.
very short and weak distance, usually about a room or two.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that great of an invention. Like, if we didn't have Wi-Fi, we would just plug some Ethernet into our fucking computer, and it's really only like super convenient when you're like in an airport or something.
Infantile age of technology, eh?
In fact, in my home, I would prefer to have Ethernet because there literally be zero lag.
Then you got to plug stuff in.
Well, I mean, like my desktop never leaves my computer. I mean, my desktop never leaves my desk. So, like, if you had internet that didn't suck, and I had internet that didn't suck, and we could have like a server, probably here at my house, with just like a bunch of footage. You just plug that Ethernet, that bad boy, into your fucking computer, and you can just access all the files that I have.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how editing bays work. They use a fucking instead of everybody having like a separate hard drive, they have a server that's connected to the internet, and then everybody has an Ethernet cable to their computer, and they all just share fucking shit.
Technology, eh? Pringles, huh? Buffalo.
So good. So fire.
I love that transition, dude.
So fire. Not a sponsor, but fucking delicious.
If you do want to sponsor Dark Racial Humor Gmail, we got thousands of listeners.
That's right. Also, AdobeHouse.live is back online. Sorry for the delay. I know you guys have been waiting to fucking just go on the website and just view all our content.
Content,
Definitely-
shirts, services.
Definitely needs a huge redesign. I'm just gonna fucking
Go for it.
overhaul it and really just highlight podcasts 'cause that's the only thing that's getting made right now.
I mean,
Everything else will
yeah,
just be like on one page.
I do enjoy a kind of one-page design.
Adobe House is now a podcast network with one podcast. Maybe we'll add more later, but we're just trying to get DRH off the ground, trying to get acquired by Spotify so we can stop doing this
Gimlet.
shit.
Gimlet shit.
Trying to get acquired by someone. We know Spotify's just throwing money at podcasts, so we're trying to get some of that bitch. Trying to get
I know
some of that bread.
someone, a family friend, a female who does a podcast. Can you guess what the podcast is about?
It's about men.
It's about dating. The dating niche
Is there anything else to talk about?
is such a niche that I just assume that females making a podcast want to pod about. The girls that came over to see the Pod 2.0 station on 25th wanted to do a dating thing. Did they not? Or am I mistaken?
I think they did. What happened with that?
What girls are you thinking about?
Thinking about the girls you're thinking of.
I'm thinking about two separate girls now, groups.
I don't know.
Yeah, they were all dating oriented.
I don't know. I should make
I would
a
like to
fucking- I
say
should make a
that-
dating podcast from a male perspective, but I don't want to give away my juicy secrets.
Oh, you're gonna fucking get alpha all over.
My,
dude.
I don't want to
You're-
give away my juicy tips about
You
how to get
honestly-
women because
you
once
really
they
should,
know,
man. You really
I know,
should, dude.
I should, huh?
Because that's a very, I know, fucking people eat that shit up. Apparently, I mean, you ate it up.
here's the thing.
It's a very value oriented service.
Girls
People
are
want
attracted.
to-
Girls are attracted to men with interesting hobbies, and
That's-
when I tell
honestly-
women I have a podcast, they're like, "Oh, that's so great," and then they listen to it. So
plug the I plug the fucking mating podcast back into that idea of girls love. Hey everybody out there, I know you're a big fan of the pod, and if we do a lot for you, think of what you could do for other people. Girls love having mates with interesting hobbies. Podcasting is one of them. Plug it back into podcast services. Keep the dough rolling in.
okay,
dude.
if
Capital,
you can think of a
capital.
good, I'll only make a dating podcast if you can think of a good name.
Okay.
You know, think of a good
Okay.
name. Like it has to be as good as Processing Power with Bonchen on
Okay.
hiatus.
Okay.
If you can think of a solid name, I'll be like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna teach
let's
you
think about-
schmucks.
Male mating. We got mating as a word. We got alpha as a word. We got
I don't want to use the word. I
um,
don't want to use that word. That
mating
word has
or
a bad.
but-
I don't
but
want to use the
this
word
is-
alpha. It has a bad connotation.
These are themes that are really at the primal of it all.
How about
Um,
Virgin Be Gone with Bonjen?
It's a little too on the nose.
A little
for
too
the audience.
condescending. You're right. How about
They will feel
how about
hurt.
you're a fucking loser? How about
And
how about I
these
can't
are-
lose her again with
These
Bonjen?
are internalized roots of these audience members, and you don't want to bring those out. You just want to channel them. You know.
How about so your friend fucked your girlfriend with Bonjen?
Two on the
Oh,
nose.
bro. So,
So
your
your friend
friend fucked your girlfriend.
You're
with
just gonna
Bonj-
make an you're gonna make an incel fucking audience, dude. You don't want incel.
Bro, people whose friends fuck their girlfriends. What do they
The big
need? They
audience?
need information.
So
They're
your friend
looking for
fucked
they're
your
looking for
girlfriend.
anything. They're gonna either go on YouTube. I don't know if they're gonna look for a podcast, but they're gonna go on
That's too
YouTube,
specific, I believe.
or they're gonna go on Reddit and they're gonna be like, "My friend fucked my girlfriend. What do I do?"
Definitely a
Right?
Reddit thing.
Definitely a Reddit thing, right? I don't know
Mhm.
how I would drive that audience to a podcast, but
It's all in the name. Well, it's really. I mean, is it really all in the name? Because it's kind of word of mouth that will eventually get it around.
I mean,
Simp.
This is going to be a
soup.
podcast that you're not going to listen to if you're doing well with women. That's for sure.
Yes.
Right. So we got to think about that.
Okay.
If you're getting laid every day, you're not going to be listening to this podcast.
No, that's not the audience.
If you're getting laid every day, you're not going to be listening to any podcast,
are
probably.
These are people looking for information and value in their life with
How about
getting partnership.
how about Focus on Yourself, King with Bonjin? Ooh. Oh. Focus on Yourself. Oh. Hey guys, Focus on Yourself, King with Bonjin coming soon. Oh god damn. Oh. It's gonna get
it reeks
dirty.
of everything that the audience has, which is insecurities, a
Yes.
superiority complex.
That's right. Nasty.
Nastiness, just a lack of not jacking off every day for being bored and just being addicted to it. Something with an emotional thing as well.
Don't jack off every day. Try not to jack off at all.
I would,
That
go
shit
for
is a-
streaks. Go for
it's a-
streaks of non-masturbatory things.
It's a weakness that you can control. It's
It is
discipline.
a very self-controlled thing.
It's
I'm a fan for discipline and self-control of mind and body.
it's probably the easiest thing you can do. That's just like kind of addicting that you can control.
You say that once you're on the roll. It's like, hey, wait a minute, I'm doing this because I'm bored now.
Yeah,
Love how that window is just showcasing fireworks.
it's a fun
You see
neighborhood. We
that
like to
in
have fun here.
in your screen?
Yeah, it's a fun neighborhood.
It just shows up right in the window though, and I find that nice.
Yeah.
Right next
love
to
it.
Michael Jackson.
Some real Club Penguin shit, just fireworks in the fucking back. All right, guys.
Oh my god, I forgot about Club Pain
How
fireworks.
could you forget about Club Penguin? The fucking best.
What
band
an
in the
A
world.
plus sode.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's a fucking pot. That's how you get that fucking.
Happy
dude.
Monday, or
that
whenever
shit.
you listen to it, because when you listen to it is at the right time.
Right. That's right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Dark Racial Humor. Listen to my podcast coming soon. Focus on Yourself, King. It's going to be great.
Give us some stars on iTunes. It means the world, apparently. So says other podcasts.
Yeah, it means the world. Or you can just donate money at anchor.fm/Dark Racial Humor. That's cool too.
Does Anchor take a cut of that?
Of course they do, because why wouldn't
So
they?
why would we redirect them to Anchor?
Or you can just cash at me, $Bonjen, BONJENN.
WS.live, dude, buy stuff.
Yes. Okay. We'll catch you guys on
Or
Wednesday.
Buy value, dude.
Wednesday,
Have a good day.
bitches. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
New Dark Racial. Yeah.